I want you to tell me a little bit about yourself and maybe start with like where you're from.
I am currently based in Ohio. I go to Kent State University. I am a fashion merchandising major, and I'm also a gymnast at Kent State. So I'm kind of that like fashionable athlete. I want to eventually work in like athleisure, athletic apparel. So that's my goal with fashion merchandising.
Hi, so I'm Camille. I am from Boston. I go to LaSalle University and I'm studying fashion design, minoring in fashion communications. My specialty in design is in tailoring and lingerie, so that's definitely what I want to do in the future. And then on the side, I just like to take editorial photos. I'm vice president of my fashion styling club, so that's something I'm looking forward to getting back to.
My name is Lavette Sanyez. I'm based in Texas. I go to a university called UTRGV. I'm a mass comm major with a focus in advertising. I'm also a graphic design minor. I have a YouTube channel, and on the side of that, I also have a website where I talk about fashion and what people in my community are wearing.
So what are they wearing in your community right now? Tell me.
So basically things that are trending right now are a lot of like the 90s fashion is coming back.
So what's your favorite trend right now, Lavette?
Right now, I just pretty much like everything that's coming back. I like how like earlier in the year I saw there was a lot of 60s and 70s going on. And then now you can see, for example, like the 90s. So I can't really pinpoint a trend, but I just like how everything's coming back.
Yeah, like pieces of them. Pieces from those decades are coming in. What's your favorite trend right now, Camille? Tell me.
I'm definitely into the modernization of like decade garments, so just adding a little twist by adding shearing or like cool like texture or like tailoring details. I think it's definitely cool that we're taking old silhouettes and kind of morphing them to fit more with the times.
Yes, totally agree with that. Okay, and Abby, what is your favorite trend right now?
I agree with everything coming back, and I'm loving that the 90s is coming back because I feel like that was kind of the start of like athleisure with streetwear. So that's totally like my style. You can kind of like be like cozy while also being fashionable, and then like the whole denim on denim, like I love the low maintenance trends of it, so that's definitely my thing.
I can relate to all of you, style-wise and trend-wise. Being a gymnast, I think like you have to wear that stuff all the time, so you really pay attention to it, so you really appreciate it. What have you guys been doing beauty product-wise, like during quarantine? And now that we're coming out of the quarantine, even though I know that some of you are still technically on quarantine.
I am still in quarantine. We've like recently become a hotspot for the virus. It's very difficult because a lot of people down here can't seem to really take it seriously. So people before, like weeks ago, they would be going a lot. But now we might be going into a lockdown again. That's what I heard.
Wow. Tell me about Ohio.
Well, actually, they had like a press conference at 5:30 yesterday, and everyone thought we were going to go back in quarantine because it's been getting like a lot worse here. So like compared to the rest of the country, it's not too bad. But like we were never really up above like 2,000 cases a day, like even in the beginning, and now we're like nearing that. So it's getting pretty bad again. But he basically just went on and said like wear masks and be careful. We kind of set the example in the beginning because we were like low number of cases. We shut down things like in very soon before other people. So he's just saying like kind of keep being the example, be careful, but it's kind of like on the people of Ohio to, be careful at this point.
Massachusetts, tell me, what is it like over there?
So for us, they've been kind of opening back up, but in phases. So everything is opening very, very slowly. They recently just opened like indoor dining in addition to outdoor dining.
Yeah.
But so many restaurants are still just solely doing outdoor dining. There's still like tons of stores at the mall that are closed. So it's very much still restricted, but a lot of people are flocking to the beaches and like the parks. so you see crowds. I went to the mall a couple of days ago for food,
Uh-huh.
and it was definitely crowded. It was a little bit uncomfortable. Like, I definitely wanted to leave and go home because we're not out of the woods yet.
No,
It's still
no.
definitely an issue here.
Camille, was it you that I said had really good skin, and I was wondering like what you were using? Was it
No,
you?
but that's a compliment
I
because
think it was you.
I definitely, that's like, I try and take care of my skin. For
think it
me,
was you.
it's really about routine
Okay.
and keeping with the same thing. I'm like too scared to like quickly switch to like a whole new line of products or anything like that because I don't want to like aggravate my skin.
Yeah.
So I went abroad almost this time last year actually,
Okay.
and found a lot of products that I was really into, and I kind of just like continued that same routine. The product that I'm specifically thinking about is this moisturizer by
Okay.
Simple. I don't know if you guys can see it, and it's really just like no frills, and that's what I like about it. This is the American version of it. I studied abroad in the UK, so they have like
Isn't it
UK
amazing
version
there?
of it.
Wait.
And this is my American bottle of it.
Okay.
But it is the same product.
Okay.
And essentially what it is multivitamins along with skin protectant like sunscreen and water. It's very much to the point, and that's what I like about it. So I've
Wait,
been using it for about a year. They have an American branch, like an American version of it. So this one is made in Connecticut, but the UK ones are made in London.
But is the product the same? Because I feel like when they make it in a different lab.
I'll have to compare the ingredients because I know the regulations in the UK are much more harsh than they are in the US for specifically skincare.
Yeah.
So it'd be interesting to see how the ingredients differ.
And like, what have you been obsessed with, Lavat?
So actually, I'm just barely trying to get into a lot of skincare products, but it's more of like, I guess, how I would wash my face, if that makes sense. Like when I wash my face, I try to do it in like a horizontal motion.
Really? Why?
I guess from like what my mom has told me before of like constantly always wiping downwards, speed up the process of getting wrinkles.
What? So this sounds very important. So how are we supposed to wash this way?
Just very softly and like to the sides, like up here.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's good to know. Like getting into the routine of washing your face in a way.
The forehead would be upwards, and when you're doing your neck, it would have to be like wiping
This
it
is
up.
like a facial. Wait,
Yeah,
this
that's
is like
interesting.
what you would do when you get a facial. Okay, so I have to start trying to wash my face like I'm getting a facial.
Yes.
Yeah.
Got it. All right, that's a good one. All right, and then what about you, Abby?
I really like this line of products I have right here, but it's this Sol de Janeiro line. They sell it at Sephora.
Okay.
And so I started off with this moisturizer because I watch like a lot of like beauty YouTubers, and they were like obsessed with this. It smells so good, and I feel like your skin is so hydrated, and it makes your legs look so good because there's like a little bit of shimmer in it. In the summer, I feel like it's really good when you're tan. I was like obsessed with the smell of it. It smells so good, and I ended up getting like the body spray. And I was a little nervous because I feel like a lot of body sprays like wear off really quickly. But this one is so good. Like I feel like it's like a real perfume. Like it stays all day.
So, like, what is your social life been like when it's quarantined, and what is it like when you guys are kind of not on quarantine, and when we're at your stage where you can like hang out and like do stuff?
I've been like in quarantine since March, so I've just kind of gotten used to it. I haven't seen any of my friends in like the longest time. For example, June was my birthday, so on my birthday I had like a few friends come, but it was literally only like a drive by. Like I went outside and like we stood like 6 feet apart from each other,
Yeah.
and they were in their car, and it was just like that.
So during quarantine, I definitely wasn't really seeing anyone. Like I've been quarantining with my girlfriend, so like we've been switching off from my apartment, her apartment,
that's
my
nice.
apartment, her apartment,
It's like a
and like that's been nice because leaving my apartment feels like a vacation. So we've been doing that pretty much all quarantine. I have seen my family like once or twice, like 4th of July weekend. I went back home and saw my family. I haven't seen my actual friends, but I did a couple photo shoots. It was like 2 weeks ago. So I didn't actually start seeing people until July.
It's been really weird. I've been all over the place. When I first went home in March to New Jersey, obviously New Jersey was in like their peak. It was really bad. So I saw like nobody for like 7-8 weeks maybe, which was the longest I've ever been away from school, my boyfriend, everything. That was hard and really weird for me.
Right.
Then I came back to Ohio the first week of May. And that was when things started getting lifted here, which was like very unusual. Most of the country wasn't lifted, but here was. And specifically the county I live in Ohio is really not bad. So it's been really strange here compared to New Jersey. Like restaurants are open, indoor restaurants and everything. I mean, I've been trying to be careful. I've gone to like outdoor restaurants, which has been really nice after all this and everything. I've been to the mall here. It's pretty empty. Like, it's not really crowded.
Right.
I think I kind of avoided that, like, crowd surge with opening things earlier. People aren't as, like, eager to, like, jump into it. So, yeah, it's been really strange being back and forth. It's, like, two different worlds. Here is very different than New Jersey and the city.
Are people wearing masks over there?
It just got required in, like, Cleveland, Columbus, and Cincinnati, in the suburbs of those cities, so we are like just outside of that, so it's not required here, but like I always wear a mask. I think most people are pretty conscious of it. Just like you're protecting yourself and other people.
Here things are opening up. I did get to see like my parents for July 4th. I did see them before that. They did open up like get your nails done and like stuff like that, but I'm gonna be honest, I've had my nails done. I'm actually gonna take the color off and I'm gonna let my nails breathe until I have to like go to stores. I thought if I got my nails done, I was gonna feel so much better. And then I got my nails done and I felt really bad. I was like, why did you do that? You told yourself you were gonna let your nails breathe. You know what I mean? And I actually feel like I'll get them done, but I'm not gonna get any color on them, on both my hands and my toes until I have like an event or somewhere I have to go, because I don't know, I'm just feeling natural. Do you know what I mean? I'm trying to like detox. I'm detoxing my nails, you know? So I don't know, I'm just chilling. I'm chilling out everything except for my hair. My hair is very serious. We have an aspiring designer over here. So what's going on? Let's see what's up.
So this is a jacket that I designed and made 2 years ago.
It looks like something I would wear. Can you put it on?
Yeah.
I think that'll allow us to get the feel. Is that a gold zipper detail?
Yes.
Let me see.
It is cropped.
I love how the collar is so thick.
Yeah, I definitely wanted like an oversized, almost exaggerated collar detail. It does have a belt, like an optional belt that kind of goes right about here. Ooh. So that the end flares out a tiny bit.
That's really nice.
I love it. I feel like, I like how you did the collar.
I'm definitely into this. It's my favorite part of it.
Because I feel like that style jacket is a super classic kind of like essential that everyone needs to have.
All of my wardrobe is super like statement, like definitely not for everyone. So it's nice to have something so like simple that you can always reach for, and it's like buttery soft. And
so I feel like it's literally any girl would, even if she wore it, even though it is like trend forward, she wouldn't feel too trend forward. Do you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You have to, like super classic.